Hello. So welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If not, welcome for you newbies. This is just a video to kind of review everything that I've made in the last year. This giant pile of stuff is everything I made this year. And kind of ignore this. It's a project I'm working on, but I kind of put it up there for privacy and I just haven't finished it. So I'm gonna go through all of these. We're gonna do a count and see what I made this year, how many things I made, and what my thoughts are. Okay, so you just saw this shirt, but this is one of the items that I made this year. It is a Star Wars themed shirt made from the Rita blouse from Charm Patterns. I absolutely love this shirt. I wore it all summer. I wore it to Disneyland twice. It's been a fun shirt. I really like it, and it's comfy. It's got stretch here, so it's not tight. Only problem is I have been losing weight, so it's becoming a little big, as are all my clothes. Not sure yet what I'm gonna do about that. That is, by the way, why you haven't seen me sewing things for a couple months, because I'm kind of waiting till everything settles down and I know what size I'm actually gonna be before I start making new stuff, because it costs a lot of money to make clothes. So anyway, this is piece number 1, my shirt. Let's move on to the next one. So here is piece number 2. This shirt was made with the patterns for Pirates, the Henley shirt pattern. I did make this shirt with little cap sleeves, which I wore to Disneyland and lost it on my trip. I guess it got left in the hotel room. So the favorite one that I made from this fabric is no longer with me, sadly, but such is life. Anyway, this is number 2, and I did make quite a few shirts, I think. So this is gonna be a theme for a little bit until I get to something else. So this is shirt number 3. This one, I don't remember which pattern I made it out of. I will put it on the screen here when I figure it out when I'm editing. But I love this one too, actually. It's really comfortable. I have another one that you'll see shortly of the same pattern, but different fabric. And this one has, if you can see it, it's princesses from Disney. And this is one of those shirts I also made for my Disney trip. So this is number 4. This one is another one I made for my Disney trip. Obviously, it's the same fabric as the last one you saw. This one I did also make from the Henley pattern with the thumb holes and the hood. Can't find it, here we go. Got my hood and a pouch pocket. I did extend the length for the Henley because I wanted it longer since I was gonna wear it like a hoodie. And actually this shirt has been one of the best ones for the summer here, because I live in California. I'm really close to the coast. We go to the beach. So I wore this in the summer on beach days and it was perfect. It did get a little chilly later in the evening, but it's a thin hoodie, so it was like protective of the sun. It kept me warm with the cold air coming off the water, and it was just perfect for the summer. So shirt number 4. So here's another one I wore a lot of the summer. It's shirt number, what is that, 5? It's the same pattern as the first princess shirt with the little tie sleeves. I really like this one. Actually, I really like all my clothes. I'm just gonna stop saying I really like this one because I literally make them because I like them. Now, there are a couple things that I wish I had done differently, or that I had made out of different fabric or whatever, but for the most part, most of my clothes, I really like. Surprise, surprise. So yes, this shirt was great for the summer. One downside, this fabric really bleeds. So for at least the first 6 washes of washing this fabric, which I also have one more shirt I made out of it because I had enough fabric. But like at least the first 6 times I washed this shirt, it bled. So I had to make sure I was washing it with darker clothes or washing it with the same color clothes, because if I had put it in with anything white, it would have been yellow. I did get this fabric at Joann's, so it's not the highest quality. I liked the fabric and it was on clearance. Let's move on. Like I said, this one is made from the same fabric as the last one. It's actually also made with the same pattern, But for the sleeves, I did a puffy sleeve with elastic at the bottom instead of doing the tied no sleeve. And this one was great for cooler evenings. We have cool evenings even in the summer. This is another version of the patterns for Pirate Henley shirt that I made. This is, I'm not sure what it's called when it swoops and comes up in the side like this. I think it's like a baseball t-shirt or something, but it's the Henley. I made this one actually while my husband was in the hospital. He had surgery this year, but he is recovered. Don't worry. He is doing fine and he is back to work. But this shirt is absolutely comfortable. I know I look like a grandma in it, but you know what? I could be a grandma, so I'm not gonna knock it. So this is a pretty sentimental outfit for me. I made this from a 1974 sewing pattern. I did make a video, well, actually I made 2 videos on how I made this. One covering the jacket, one covering the skirt, but the shirt was also part of it. I took a pattern that was a combo, so it was supposed to be a dress, and I separated it into a blouse and a skirt, and it came with the jacket, which I love this outfit. The only thing is the tie is a little bit long, so it hangs out the bottom of the jacket, but I absolutely love this and I wear it as often as I can. I made it from a brushed cotton, so it's really soft. It's warm, which we have some quite cold days here, so it's nice on a cold day. I did make the pockets bigger than the pattern. I always do that because I hate tiny pockets. And yeah, so this is 3 more pieces. I lost count. I'll put it on the screen. And since the yellow goes with this outfit, I'm gonna use it to also show this outfit off. This is a jean skirt with little bees on it with a matching jacket. I made the jacket out of the Rizzo jacket from Charm Patterns, and the skirt was, I think it was a McCall's cargo skirt. I don't remember if it was McCall's or Simplicity. I'll put that on the screen also. But the pattern does have pockets for cargo, which you'll see in a different skirt that I made. This one's cute. I actually wore this one to the meadery here in the Bay Area, and the guy that runs the place loved it. So that was fun. It was a fun day. So next up, again, I'm just gonna leave this shirt on to show off this skirt, but this skirt has little animals printed on it. It is a canvas. It's a soft canvas. It has cargo pockets. I'm really trying to get you to be able to see this. It has cargo pockets on the skirt, which I actually also enlarged so that I could fit my phone in the cargo pocket. My phone will also fit in here, though not as well as the cargo pocket. It does have back pockets, and it has a little belt. This is made from the same pattern that I used for the bee skirt. I think this is the last one I made with the Henley pattern. It is also extended in length for me. I did not put any buttons on here because I was gonna wear this just as a hoodie over tank tops and such. Can't ever reach my hood. It also has a hood, and I love the flowers on this. So this fabric I got from the French market that's held in the Bay Area. There was somebody that has cuts of fabric, and I was able to purchase this one from them for like, I think $5. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the fabric, but I am so glad I made this out of it because it's so cute. So this one is another fun one I made. This is a little jumpsuit that I made for Star Wars Day. I did make a video on this one, so if you're wondering how I made it, you can head on over to my channel, or I'll put a link. I'll put a link in here so you can see how I made this one. But just some quilting cotton that I found on clearance at Joann's. So I was like, you know what? Star Wars Day is coming up, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, we're gonna get a little dress here for a moment. This dress I made also out of quilting cotton. I actually use quilting cotton a lot because I get a lot of use out of it, and then by the time it starts to wear out, I've moved on. So this is another quilting cotton dress. It's super comfy. It's easy to wash because I can throw it in the wash machine. It does have large pockets. There's a little slit in the back. I don't know if you can, I can't raise on my tippy toes that high. There you go. So there's a little slit in the back. Oh my gosh, that was annoying just to show a slit. If you want to see this one, I also made a video on how I made this dress. So this was the first one I ever used this technique in. There's elastic sewn into the waistband. It's like a thin elastic string. I, for the life of me, cannot remember what the technique is called. I'll put it in here. Okay, 2 more items here. I made this blouse, which you may just say, yeah, that's just a white button blouse, so what? But you know what? Every time I wear a button blouse, it pops open. And this one does not do that because I made it to fit me here. So I am very happy with that. Also, I have long arms for some reason. I'm not that tall. I mean, I guess I'm tall-ish. I'm about 5'7.5", but every time I buy something with sleeves, the sleeves are too short. So I made the sleeves fit me. I made the buttons close properly. It is a nice collared shirt. The one thing I don't like about this shirt is it picks up all the linen. All of it. And that's really annoying. Also, I made these pants. These are, I think I made these with the Lucille trouser pants pattern. I did forget to actually make the pockets bigger on this one. I wish I had because it would be nicer, but they have an extremely wide leg, which is nice. Only reason I made them with polyester suiting is because I didn't realize it was polyester until after we got home because I got it on a outlet store. And I was gonna make a suit for my husband out of it, but my husband has a large problem with polyester also, so it's better for me to use it, and I figured what better way to use it than to experiment with some pants. So I made these. I don't know if it's showing up in the video or not. There's a light pinstripe, like a light blue pinstripe that runs down them. They do have some pleats in the front. I can't remember if there's pleats in the back. I don't think so. I don't think so. There's no back pockets. That would have been nice, but it's fine. But these are made from another charm pattern, so the pants are. The shirt is not. It's a McCall's. I'll put the number on the screen. Here's my next item. This skirt is very comfortable. It's made from a flannel with tiny little bees printed with flowers. The one pet peeve I have with this piece is that I should have probably brought the sleeves up just a little bit because they fall off, and when I sit down they kind of drape out. So I don't know if that was my bad in maybe making the cup too big, but I really think that it was just that I need to pull it up a little bit. But I do plan on fixing that so that I can wear this more. I've only worn it a couple times just because of that little issue with the sleeve. But otherwise I think it's pretty cute. And it has big pockets. I don't remember if I extended the pockets in this or if they were actually this big when I cut out the pattern. This is also a charm pattern from earlier this year, actually. I think this one was. It has a very large skirt. Can't even extend it all the way out. There's the width of the skirt. I don't know. What do you think? Do you like it? Is it not me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think this was the right material to make this out of either. I made it because I wanted a really comfy flannel dress, which it is, but maybe it just doesn't drape right. I don't know. But I also found these big buttons that I really, really like that went perfect with it. So that's that for this outfit. All right, another skirt. This one I made entirely by hand stitching. So if you want to see how I did this, this was one of my first videos for the year, but I think if I remember correctly, there was 5 yards of fabric in this skirt, and it's made of rectangles. So it is so cute. I love it. And even though it took me 3 days to sew by hand, and by days I literally mean from the time I got up to the time I went to bed, I was sewing, because that's how I sew when I sew. I think it made it even more precious to me. I did choose to put a zipper in instead of buttons. So I've got a zipper in here, and I have hooks instead of a button on the top, because by the time I was done hand stitching it, I realized I had no buttons. So that's how that went. It is absolutely a fun skirt. I love wearing it. It's super comfortable. It's actually the length that I really like, which is right about between my knee and my ankle. So this one is one of my absolute favorites. Next up, we have this adorable house dress. It is also made with, you guessed it, bees on the dress. Putting all my stuff on like this, I realized how many things I made this year with bees. I guess there was a theme. Anyway, this dress I made, actually I think I made it from one of the patterns in one of the Gertie sewing books. I also believe I made a video on this one, but I still love it after wearing it several times. Sometimes I just put it on and just wear it for my full day, just because I feel like it, like even though I'm just around the house, which is ironic because it's a house dress. I guess it's unironic because it's a house dress. It's fun and I enjoy it. And what do you think about it? All right, this is almost the last dress. This one, I have not had very many occasion to wear it, but I absolutely love it. I did make the bust just a little too big and I need to bring it in, but other than that, it's super cute. And it does have pockets. So this is my fanciest dress I made this year. So this was the last dress I made for the summer. I found this fabric actually when I went to LA, and it is so soft. It is so soft. The one problem I have with this dress is that the back is so low, and this is after I adjusted the pattern I don't know how many times. So I'm hesitant to wear this dress in public without a jacket, just because, as you may have noticed, I typically dress very modestly, and this feels a little out of my comfort zone. So I don't wear this as often as I would like because it is super comfy. I'm just not that comfortable in it. I do really like it though. And I actually made the bow removable. So the bow is removable, so I can wear it with a jacket without the bow getting in the way. I did make a video on this dress too, actually. I'll try to put all the links for each item that I made a video for, so that you can click on it if you're interested in it. And now on to costumes. I made this chemise and this pair of stays. The chemise, I actually got the pattern from Victoria and Albert's museum. They have patterns occasionally. Actually, this is a correction. I got it from the janeausten.co.uk, not the Victoria and Albert, although Victoria and Albert does have some limited patterns available. And that is where I got this chemise pattern. The stays, I don't remember where I got the pattern. I'll have to look. I think I did a video on the stays, and that'll tell you what pattern it is if I did do a video on it, but I will put it in here if not. And if I did, I'll link the video too. let me get my dress on. So I tried to do this dress as accurately as possible. I did not put a zipper or buttons in the back. I actually put hook and eye closure. It was as accurate as I could figure to get it done because I am not a historian. I have studied plenty of history. I have not studied costume history or clothing history. So I did the best I could because I wanted it to be as close as possible. And that was just for me, not for any, I didn't make this for any occasion. I just made it for me. Here, let me get it on. So this is the best I can do because I don't have anybody here to hook the back. But I do have a video of this dress and how I made it and the reveal and everything, which actually shows how it fits me as opposed to sloppily. I went to the Renaissance Festival this year, or Renaissance Fair, or whatever, here in the San Francisco area. And I also went to Medieval Times for the first time this year. And I also went to Las Vegas and we went to the Excalibur show. So if you're into things like that and you want me to compare the two shows, let me know because I kind of wanted to do a comparison video. I don't have a whole lot of video clips from being there because I wasn't planning on doing a review channel, but I am planning on doing a review channel, not this one. It will be a separate one and I'll let you know where to find it once I get videos posted on it. But if that's interesting to you, let me know. Okay. So let's clip this here. These are my two Renaissance outfits that I made. This black skirt actually goes with both outfits, but I made both of these this year for myself, and I made a full outfit for my husband, which is a vest, a shirt, pants. I also made us pouches and dragons, which I made a video about the dragons, but I'll stick some pictures in here from our Renaissance Festival where we wore everything. We're just counting clothing items. I'm so tired of changing my clothes. So I was halfway through unlacing this when I remembered I didn't show you the back of this. So I'm sorry, everything is not ironed. I live in an RV and it would take me so long to iron everything, but everything lives in my closet, which is short. So everything kind of mushes up on the floor because the hangers are this low. So sorry, everything is wrinkled. You're just gonna have to deal with it. But this is supposed to poof out. I got this pattern from Rabbit and Hat on Etsy for this corset, for this skirt, and for this one. I couldn't figure out how they were saying to stitch it, so I tried to do it myself, and the bustle just doesn't bustle. And I know bustles are not Renaissance era, but that was the Rabbit and Hat pattern, and I was trying to stick to it because I thought it was cute, but then I just don't like the way it looks on me. Anyway, so that's the back of that. And this chemise I actually modified from a chemise pattern from an old gypsy pattern from Simplicity. The pattern from Simplicity is just for a shirt, for a chemise style shirt that cuts off here. And I don't like that, or at least I didn't like that for this. So I made it longer. It goes all the way to the floor. So yeah, I just modified it. So these are the pajama pants I made. They are made out of flannel, which it's just, again, a cheap Joann's flannel. They're super, super comfy. I actually have enough flannel that I was gonna make a top for it too, but I haven't got around to making the top. So I will probably do that this coming year. I did put an elastic band in it, and I stitched the band down in the middle so that it doesn't twist. I hate when they twist. I also forgot to mention about this chemise. I didn't have a pattern for this chemise. Well, I sort of did. I used the sleeves from this pattern, but then I kind of just winged the rest of it because, so my husband and I bought Brooklinen sheets, which we loved. They were the best, the most comfortable, amazing. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored. Anyway, we had those sheets and they kept ripping down where our feet were. I tried patching them multiple times and then they just kept ripping further and further. So I made this out of the fitted sheet. I cheated and I cut to where the elastic was where I needed it and I just left it. And then I French seamed it so that the linen wouldn't come apart. And that's how I made this chemise. And then on the pieces where I needed to add elastic that wasn't on the edge, I took the elastic from the sheet, from the pieces that I wasn't using, and just stitched it inside those pieces. It was a cheat, and it is the most comfortable Renaissance Festival shirt because it is linen and it's amazing. Because the rest of the sheets were fine. It was literally down where our feet are. And I think it's maybe because I wear socks to bed, I guess. I don't know. I toss and turn a lot. Anyway, that is all I have to say about that. Old linen sheets make amazing chemises. Okay, this is my last few pieces. This is a pajama set that I made earlier this year. The shorts are from I believe it was 1930s pattern from Simplicity that I had to scale up because they were too small. Like the largest size available was too small. So I sized them up. Again, sorry for the wrinkles. Everything lives in a tiny space in a trailer. And I would have to iron everything. And I'm just not going through that. It's not going to happen. I hate to iron. And if I'm putting it on for 2 seconds, I'm not ironing it. Anyway, these pajamas, absolutely so comfy. They are made from cotton lawn. And it's so soft and so flowy. It is perfect for summer pajamas. I love them. I also made a set exactly like this from a natural muslin, which is also super comfy. And that's what I wore under, well, I wore the shorts under my Renaissance outfit when I went to the Renaissance Festival. Renaissance Fair, I'm sorry. I'm from Kansas City and we called it the Renaissance Festival. Here it is the fair. So I wore those shorts under my outfit for the Renaissance Fair. And that was the best choice I ever could have made for going under that skirt. It was so comfortable. Just so FYI, 1930s underwear work amazing under Renaissance Festival attire, at least for people in dresses. All right, now that I am done changing clothes a million times. Let me move you closer. All right, so now that I am done, what was your favorite piece that I made this year? Because I made a lot. I will put the count right here. This is how many I made right in this area right here over my face. I'm gonna count them all up and then I'm gonna put the number because I think it was more than 27 pieces of clothing. I think I counted wrong. So I hope you've had a wonderful year. I hope that if you've watched my videos this year, they've at least been educational, if not entertaining, and maybe you can join me next year. I will be continuing my sewing channel. I do have a lot of stuff coming up. I have a project that I'm gonna do next, which is a blue velvet jacket or coat, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough fabric for a coat. I'm gonna try to do a coat maybe a pea coat length. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much fabric I have and what I can do with it. But I'm going to use a blue velvet fabric to make a coat. That is my next upcoming sewing project. If you'd like to see my opinions on things, I am going to start a channel this coming year. I'm going to start it in January. Just giving my opinions on different things. So it will cover places that I visit, travel, entertainment venues. I do live in the Bay Area, so if there's something that you're curious about, let me know, and if I can make it happen, I'll make it happen. But I just want to have a fun channel. Like, sewing is fun. I love sewing. I obviously love sewing. You've seen how much stuff I made this year. But I just want to do a channel where, like, I'm not working on a project. Like I'm just having fun. If that makes sense. I do plan on doing a video covering my experiences, comparing the Excalibur show with medieval times, because I did do both of those this past year. I don't have a whole lot of footage from it. I do have pictures, which I'll put in the video, but it'll be mostly a video of me talking about the experiences, comparing the cost, comparing the shows, the food, like all of the above. If that kind of thing is your thing, let me know. But it will be a separate channel, so if you still just want to see my sewing videos, that's perfectly fine. You can hang out, see my sewing videos. Now I gotta put all this stuff away. Have a good night. Hey, don't eat the box. Why are you eating the box? Boots, you don't need to eat the tissue box. Just being naughty. Would you stop dying on me? My light keeps dying. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it off.